Hello, Raw family. As you guys can see, I have with me today my twin, aka my mom.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
This queen beside me is very strong, very independent, and she gives me a lot of my oomph, which I've grown up with and I have. But she's also giving me my loving side, and as you guys know, she's the one who gave me the name Melo, which is what you guys know me as. So, Mommy, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Sitting next to my daughter, and sitting and doing this with you it's a great blessing, and I'm just proud of what you're doing, and I'm just gonna say keep going. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, Mom. Does it feel a little weird?
No.
It feels a little weird for me, but I'm like excited.
Oh, okay.
Alright guys, so as you guys know, Melo is single dingle, so I'm going to be doing a mommy tag because mommy loves me. She's going to do it with me instead. So, talk about mommy support, right? Okay, so as you guys know how this goes, we're going to ask each other some questions. I'm going to ask, then mommy are going to ask, and we're just going to keep it raw. Respectful, of course, because you guys know it's my mom beside me. Okay, guys, so you're not about to get the typical raw Melo, okay?
Yay.
She's happy about that. Okay, so before anything, as usual, mommy, tell the raw family a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Ingrid, and I am Melody's mommy, and currently I'm now retired and taking care of grandchildren and doing the family and mommy and grandma stuff, which is actually quite great. Also, doing some entrepreneurship things going on, and I'm just sort of enjoying this phase of my life and watching my children and growing up and my grandchildren growing up. It's just an amazing experience to have, and so that's what I'm kind of doing right now.
And you guys know what Melo's doing. Okay, let's get into it. Mom, are you ready?
I am.
You guys see we got the hand dandy, as I like to call them, the bootleg cue cards. They're on deck. Okay, so I'm gonna go first.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
I am.
What was your greatest achievement in life?
Ooh.
Okay.
It's a big one.
I'm so happy you're asking me that. I wouldn't know what to say yet.
That's a big one. Let me just process that for a moment.
Of course.
Well,
Giving birth to me. No, I'm joking.
let me pass. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me pass all the superficial stuff in terms of life. I think my greatest achievement in life was Calderon Gentles and Melody Gentles. My children.
Hey. Well proud right now.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Giving birth to us was your greatest achievement?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Mom gets deep, guys. You guys think I get deep?
I'm going to keep it simple, though.
Okay.
Let's see. Melody, what is your fondest childhood memory?
I'm kind of cheesing just thinking about it already. So you're going to have to help me a little bit because with kids you remember part things and other parts are not quite right.
Okay.
I think I was 8 or 9. You're going to know if it's right or wrong when I tell you.
Okay.
And it was my birthday. And you and Dad called me into your bedroom and I didn't know I was getting a gift. I thought I was just coming in the room for whichever, to talk to me, happy birthday or whatever. Okay. And Dad lifted the blanket and it was a boombox. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
It was a boombox, you guys, and the first CD I ever got was Mambo No. 5.
Yeah, I know that
and
one.
I played it every day till you guys were sick of me. I think you even came in and you were like, okay, Mel, it's time to turn it off.
You're killing that song.
I played it every day. Mambo No. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can live it all over again. Yeah, that was my greatest child. Was I 8?
Around that.
So I'm close.
You're close, yeah.
That was my greatest childhood memory, and I have been a music head ever since. I feel like.
Well, you kind of come from a musical family.
I do.
So
I do come from a musical family.
Kind of hard not to be.
Mom introduced me to Afrobeats before I even knew what Afrobeats were.
Yeah. Hello.
It was mom.
Got the rhythm of the drum.
We do. It took me some time to learn, but I do. Mom's got it, but I'm getting it. Okay.
Okay.
My turn.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Right.
Mommy, you know this laugh.
Uh-huh. I'm getting ready. What is this?
This is my mischievous laugh, guys.
What's coming?
Okay. Would you be... Okay, so you guys know I am Jamaican background, actually Jamaican-Cuban background, but would you be okay with me dating outside of my race?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I just believe that when it comes to the matters of the heart and love, that it has no boundaries. There's no color. There's no anything. Love is love. And so, you know, if you found someone outside of your race that you fell in love with and felt that was like your soulmate, and and I would definitely have no hesitation in that department at all.
So he'd be accepted.
Totally.
Indian, Portuguese,
whatever,
Chinese,
whatever.
What?
As long as he treats you well and he's respectful, I have no issues with that at all.
Fair.
Not at all.
Wow, guys.
So feel free.
Well,
feel free.
I feel free. I do feel free when the time comes. You guys know it's just now.
Feel free to swim in a different pond.
Okay. But wow, guys, I get to give my mom her first blukes.
Oh.
Blukes is a good thing.
Okay.
It can be a good thing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's basically saying a good point, which was the point that you said of love is love.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm being treated right, it doesn't matter what his ethical background is.
No, it does not.
As long as I am being treated right.
As long as you're being loved and treated right.
Yes.
That is what's most important.
I have learned. It will happen. Okay.
Speak it.
Speak it in. Okay. My turn again. I like this one because I feel like my mom is very strong.
Okay.
You've always been strong to me growing up. I'm not gonna cry. You've always been strong to me growing up.
Okay.
Getting choky. So, whenever I feel like I'm having a weak moment, my mom is usually like a thought for me because I feel like I have to be strong like her.
Oh.
Yeah, I never tell her this.
Wow. Okay.
You guys know me, our family, I'm like fighting tears. Okay, so my question is, how do you stay grounded when shaken? Because it's the shaken part that people forget about.
Well, I would say this. For me, my faith is extremely important to me. And so the foundation of how I was raised was on the base of Christianity. And so when I'm going through a difficult time or having experiences that are not so great in life, I mean, a lot of people, they drink alcohol, or they use drugs, or they do whatever, or they find whatever to try and deal with these situations that never actually works anyway.
Facts.
Okay? So my thing is that I would always go to God in prayer. Whatever the situation is that I'm having or dealing with, I've got to hit my knees to the ground, and I've got to start talking to my God and asking for guidance and directions and to give me strength through the situation, because as far as I can see, there's nothing out there that can do that for you.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
I've tried.
Okay.
There's nothing other than God that does that for you.
Okay.
At least for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how I get my strength. And I certainly hope that you would take that and also use that in your life.
Oh, you definitely passed it on.
Because that is so needed.
Yeah.
You know, and that will give you all the strength you need to get through whatever it is that you're experiencing in your lifetime. So
I even remember moments not really understanding what's going on, but seeing you get down on your knees, and I would just know that you were fighting.
Of course.
Or
fighting in the spiritual
something was
realm.
Fighting in the spirit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, my mom taught me how to be a prayer warrior of the light. She really did. At all times. I get emotional thinking about it. But she did. We didn't bring no tissue, y'all. So I have to keep it together because my mom knows I'm a crier. And I'm trying really hard right now.
Where you got that from?
It's not from my mom. not for my mom. This lady's a tank. This is not.
I do cry.
She does cry. Like she's a human being. But this tear on the drop of a dime is not from my mom. It's from my dad. Okay?
Oh, wow.
We're keeping it together though. I'm doing pretty good. I'm keeping it raw. I'm doing pretty well. Mom, don't laugh. She thinks it's so funny. Like
that's okay.
She does.
That's part of who you are, and that's all that matters.
It is.
You know?
It is. But no, yeah. She's taught me a lot spiritually. And I guess I just want to say thank you because I feel like when a lot of my friends didn't have God or they didn't have that like underlying, you go through a lot of stuff going through like your teenage years. In uni, I was away from home.
Right.
So
right.
it was a battle like every day for me. And faith and God really, yeah. And like you said, the drinking and you can try a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, and I'm just gonna put this out there for Raw family. Anybody who's a believer or had any form of experience with God, you guys can't lie and deny that no matter how far you go, you always end up back.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
Absolutely.
That's just
Absolutely.
You could be drowning
Absolutely.
in Darkville. You will always find your way back.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way you get grounded.
Absolutely.
And I learned that from my mom. So
Foundation is there. Praise God. Thank you, Lord.
oh boy, I got her feeling extra proud now, guys. Okay, I don't want to cry. Your turn.
Okay, so my turn. This is my second question to you.
Okay.
After the first, what is your worst childhood memory?
Okay, guys. Don't laugh at me, first of all, Raw family. I am a human being. I'm not a fish. But
Oh, I know where you're going with this one. Okay.
my worst childhood memory. Okay, Dad, I love you. I know it was an accident. Let me just, Mom.
I know where you're
Let
going
me just
with
put that
this.
out there first.
I know where you're going with
You guys, don't go after my dad. Okay, this was not child abuse or anything like that. Seriously, it wasn't. But there was a time we all went fishing. Okay? My mom thinks it's hilarious. It was so traumatic.
Excuse me.
You guys see where I get my sense of humor from.
Sorry.
But
Keep it going.
my dad threw his rod back. And I was behind him. Ma!
I am so sorry. I know you're going to go there, but go ahead.
And I was behind him. And he hooked me like a fish.
Oh my gosh.
With the hook in my thigh and started trying to fish.
Oh.
And Mom, I was screaming bloody murder.
Oh my goodness.
But he definitely didn't realize.
No,
He probably thought I was just screaming for something else. But when he realized that he couldn't cast it and turned around and saw his daughter hooked up like a fish,
Oh my goodness.
it was like I was human bait. And
Oh
he
my
just...
goodness.
I still have the scar. It's very fake, guys. I survived. My dad handled it really well. What happened after that? I just remember like being hooked and being like what's going on?
I just think your dad and Uncle Dane came to the rescue, and yeah, they both felt really, really badly about what happened. You were just so little. You were
He
young.
felt
You were
bad.
young. You were very young.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that would have been traumatic. I could see how that would have come up.
I never
Okay.
forgot it.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I think I remember you guys like putting me in a tent so I could just like scream and cry. Because there's people around. You don't want people to think something's happening to this kid, right? I was just freaking out. I think I was having like a mental breakdown.
You were.
I was like, like you just hooked me.
Yeah.
It was emotional, y'all.
And then Uncle Dane came running, and your dad's going, "Nah, man, she wants her mom now, man. She wants her mom. She wants her mom." Of course, mommy was not very happy.
Mom was mad.
But it was an accident. So,
It was.
Yeah.
Just disclaimer, guys.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't just hook
No.
his kids. It was
No.
genuinely an accident, and I've never been hooked again.
No.
I'm just putting it out there. I've never. He was very aware. We went fishing multiple times after, and he was very aware of where I was. Rightfully
That's true.
so.
That's true.
And yeah, he taught me how to fish. However, another childhood memory, since we're talking about fishing, would be we went fishing again with my Uncle Dave as well again and Scout the husky and all that. You remember Scout?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Side note, guys, sorry. And Colby was there. That's my brother. And we must have went to some place where the fish were not fed, Mom. And you know your daughter's a crier.
Yeah.
I'm a full-blown crier. And these fish swallowed the whole hook. They didn't just get hooked, they swallowed them. So you know what Dad has to show me, right? You gotta rip it out.
Ouch. Ouch.
Raw family.
Yeah.
I'm too sensitive for stuff like that.
Ouch.
Let me just tell you, when
Ouch.
it comes to animals, like if I accidentally hit roadkill or a rabbit, I'm bawling in my car. That's just how I have always been with animals.
You got that from me.
My mom, she's sensitive about animals. Any kind of life, down to her fish. Hold on. Look, she don't want me to. My mom's fish are the equivalent of her children. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay? But I had to rip the hooks out of the fish, and I was crying and emotional about it. Over time, I realized, like, I have to do what I have to do. Like, it's a part of life, and we just... But at the beginning, your girl was going through some emotional turmoil.
That would have been rough.
I know if you were there, you wouldn't have been able to do it.
Done it. No.
My mom wouldn't be able to do it. She'd be like putting the fish back in the water, trying to like get it out.
I wouldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that.
Animal lover in me comes from mom.
Yeah, I couldn't do that at all. Wow.
But yeah, that was I was fish,
Those are
guys.
two traumatic situations all around the fish.
I feel like I knew how the fish felt. Got it. Just my thigh.
Oh.
It's a juicy part to get hooked when you think about it. Like just like, and you know Dad's strong, so he's really trying to cast it, and I'm just.
Ouch.
Anyway, I'm gonna let you go again.
Ouch.
Let you go again.
Well,
You got good ones, Mom.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I think this should be relatively easy for you.
Okay.
If there's one thing you'd like to change about yourself, or you could change about yourself, what would that be?
Easy. My anger.
Ah.
This is something that you have brought to my attention growing up and in my teenage years, especially. It's something that my brother has brought to my attention. My aunt has brought. Everybody in my family has brought it to my attention, and that's when I really realized that it was a problem.
Okay.
If it had been friends or one person, you know me, Mom, I would have been like,
Yeah.
Mom, they told me this, but, right?
Right.
I couldn't deny it this time
Okay.
because so many of you were telling me, and it's not people that I know want to be malicious towards me.
Okay.
You guys actually care, and you guys, my family, if you guys think I'm raw, I think we're all raw when the time comes.
Straight up.
We're very straight up with each other. And I remember there was a time of you really sitting me down. That's when I was like, ooh, okay, I have a problem in that area. I was really sitting me down and being like, you know, Melody, you're angry, and what's going on? And what are we gonna do about this? And yeah, that would be the biggest thing I would change. I've had a lot of not so proud experience. I won't go into detail because of anger, and I feel like, and you can vouch this, Mom, after I do something out of anger, right away I'm crying and I feel terrible.
That's usually what happens.
Afterward,
That's usually what happens.
I feel terrible. And it's like I kind of wish I had just paused and thought. But when your adrenaline is pumping and you can just see that, like, it's just hard. But that is something I genuinely want to change about myself, because I feel like I'm this like great, happy person, and I just feel like that's just one part of me that I'd really like to work on. I don't think it would ever go away because I feel like it's a natural human emotion, but I want it to be under wraps.
Well, it is and that's the key. It's a natural human emotion, but you've got to make sure that it's not controlling you. You're controlling it, right? And, and I think there's a lot of people out there that's working on that. So you're not, you know, in this little bubble by yourself. But it's good that you were able to identify that.
I definitely say when I was a teen, I had way more control. Anger had more control over me than now. I feel like now that you guys brought it to my attention and I've kind of gone more through like my 20s, I'm realizing that I control it now. Like certain things people will say to me, or even just this whole social media thing, like the The kind of person when I was 18, Mom, someone said something to me, I'm snapping back.
Feisty.
Eating you up. But
Feisty.
now, like, I just kind of, like, rethink things, and I'm like, maybe you're just going through something today.
Right.
Or, like, you know, maybe you need to lash out on me, and that's making you heal some odd way. Like, I just kind of look at it in, like, different ways. And then I always think to myself after, my blood is boiling, I'm like, are you going to regret this? Are you going to regret this? That's my question that I ask.
Good.
Are you going to regret this? And when I think yes, it doesn't matter how angry I am, whether I have to put my phone away for a bit or just tell someone, listen, I'm going to call you back.
Right.
I just disengage. Like, I don't engage until I'm at a better spot.
That's the right way.
Before you know, I didn't do that.
Right. That's not good.
It wasn't good.
Never ends good that way.
No.
That's okay. Everything is all a learning experience. And,
Yeah.
You're growing and you're evolving and you're maturing, and that's part of the process.
Yes.
You know, so hey, keep going, girl.
Thanks.
Keep going, and I'm just proud of you that way. Just don't worry about the
Thank you.
little things that you know affect you or whatever. Just keep going. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm proud of myself, Raw family.
Yeah.
Because that was a hard one for me. You guys don't really know, but okay. Enough of that. My turn.
Hey.
I got shy. Okay.
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 You see.
This no, Mom's trying to cheat.
Okay.
This question. My mom's a thug. She doesn't cry. No, I'm just
yeah,
playing.
right. Yeah, right.
I'm playing. So, okay. Do you? I'm probably gonna cry. Anyways, do you remember the time that I got saved in your car? And how did you feel? Do you remember how old I was?
5.
I was 5 years old.
5 years? Actually, yeah. 5 years old, Melody. And that, actually, I was just having that conversation with someone the other day.
Oh.
I can't remember who it was, but I'm not sure if it was your brother or somebody. I was having this conversation because from time to time that comes up in my mind. And I find that, actually it was called earlier. I find that to be such a unique situation and a clear indication that there is a God.
Because I had no control.
Yeah, and he's working, and there's a 5-year-old child in my car. When we got up to, and we parked, and we're just about to get out of the car.
We were driving to church. I think.
Yeah, we were just coming back actually. And we drove up to your grandma's house.
Yes.
And we parked in the driveway, and just about coming out, and you just started wailing and crying. And I'm thinking, what happened? What happened? Did something happen? I'm checking to see, you know, I didn't open the door yet, so I'm checking to see, did something happen to her? What, you know? And you were just crying and wailing, and I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with this. And then all of a sudden I heard you say, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. And I thought, oh my goodness. Honestly? Seriously, Melody?
I know.
I was freaked out.
You looked freaked out.
I was like, what am I hearing? And what is going on here? And then all of a sudden I realized, okay, understand what's happening here. I just sort of put my hands on your head.
You put it on my head.
And I just started praying over you.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I realized that you were having an encounter with God, the Spirit of God.
And I couldn't express it because I was so young.
5-year-old child. And so I said, my Lord. And I just thought, Lord, you know what? Go ahead and do what you need to do with this child. I've committed her to you and have your way in her life.
I remember that.
In Jesus' name. Right? So from she was 5 years old, everyone, she was called at 5 years old.
Yeah, God wasn't playing with me.
I mean that was just something to see. So just to let everyone know that the Spirit of God can move at any time, and
there's no age.
There's no age. There's absolutely no
age.
And that was actually also one of the most happiest time in my life as well. Because I was just like, I was in my own world, and I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you, Lord. You know. So I know that you're safe in His arms. You know, He's got you. From at 5 years old, He's got you. Right?
And you know what's so crazy?
You know, yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna sound a little weird. When it comes to God, things sound weird, whatever. But whenever I think about it, it's like I can feel it all over again. I get hot. Like even right now, I get hot. It's like I'm like I'm on fire. That's how I feel, and that's exactly how I felt. Because I don't know if you remember, I was sweating, I was crying, And I remembered that when I finally was able to get the words out, I love Jesus, I kept repeating it.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, I love Jesus, I love Jesus, I love Jesus. Because for the amount that I was feeling, how does a 5-year-old know how to, Mom, I just felt this, I think, I don't know how to communicate that.
Wow.
So I remember just repeating it over and over again. And then I remember, I remember being a little freaked out because I could tell you were freaking out at first. And then after you stopped freaking out, I was calm.
Yeah.
It was like, even though I saw my mom freaking out for what was happening, I'm gonna cry.
Well, I wish we had some.
I wish we had tissue. For what I was feeling,
that was different.
I knew that I was having something in my life that people don't experience every day. And sorry, I'm thinking about it, guys. I was wailing way worse than this. Way worse. But once my mom was like calm and she was praying over me, I realized, even though I was 5, I knew what was going on. I don't even know how to explain that. How do you explain that? Like at 5, adults are like, some are 80, some are 65, some are 35, and they are feeling it and they don't even know what's going on. I knew what was going on, and I was a 5-year-old. So, don't underestimate your kids and what God has planned for them. Pretty much, right? We should have brought tissue. It's COVID. We're out here wiping our noses and stuff, Mom. You guys, I got her to cry. Oh my gosh. But it's so rare. But the weird thing I was going to say about that afterwards is, do you remember what my lucky number has been ever since? Have you ever noticed? It's 5. My jersey for football, 5. My lucky number, 5. When I take candies out, I take them out in 5s. I don't know what it is. 5 has just, for as long as I can remember. And then when it dawned on me that I got saved at 5, I was like,
you made the connection.
I made the connection. I still don't know what it fully means, but I use it for everything, and it's my number. I still have that jersey.
Yeah, you do?
I wear it all the time. It's the one that has the gentles and sparkles. It's like red and it has the 5 in the back. You probably don't even notice.
Oh, okay.
I love it, guys.
Probably.
5 is my thing. Even when I get like pillows, 5. My bed right now, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 1 in the middle. 5.
Interesting.
I don't know what it is. My shoes, I line them up in 5. Anyway.
It's all 5.
It's all 5s. You guys get the point. I feel like I'm going on here.
It's all 5.
But yeah, guys, that's a cool little story, I guess, that nobody really knows about Melo. And I feel like for you guys, you're like, what? Because you've heard me say things like, I believe in God, but I'm not really good with religion. So you guys are like, how could this girl?
Yeah.
God does what he wants.
That he does.
It's not for us to understand.
And with who he wants.
And with who he wants.
Thanks God.
Because you couldn't have told me at 3. If you could even say that. I'm just playing.
Wow.
At 5, you're going to have, not like a mental breakdown, but it's going to look like that. But your mom's going to know what's going on, and you're going to know what's going on. Because it was nobody else. It was just us in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we got inside the car, or we got inside Grandma's house, I remember you telling Grandma and being shocked.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was just...
Everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It was intense, y'all.
It was a great experience, I will say that. Sure.
It was. I should drink something. Hold on.
Oh, wow. I was just taking me back. Yeah.
Guys, it's like the best day, one of the best days of my life. And I was 5 and I still remember. So also parents, don't tell your kids they don't remember things. We do.
Yeah, they do.
As young as like 3, 4, 5. I don't care what science has to say. I remember that day like it was yesterday. And I was 5 years old. You're hearing it from my mom right now. And I remember the details to a T.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Go again. I feel like I asked more than you. How did this happen?
You have.
Okay.
Okay. Ah, here's a nice one.
Okay. Is it emotional? I think I should stop crying now.
No, you're not going to cry for. She's not going to cry for this one. I think she's going to be excited about this one.
Okay.
What do you look for in a mate?
Oh! I am excited for this one. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mom.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can honestly say that I don't know what my type is anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, let me do a little quick story. So I was talking to my aunt, and I was saying to her, you know, I've always liked a certain type of guy,
Okay.
which I'm sure you're tired of seeing.
Okay.
I've always liked a certain type of guy. We're not going to get into the details, okay? And I remember saying to my aunt, you know, sometimes I'm being because now people know that I'm single, so I get approached sometimes, right? It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to see if people actually respect the fact of not right now,
Right.
2020. So mainly I want to think after my birthday. Anyway, I said to her, you know, I've always had this same type of guy, and I have a feeling that when I start dating again, I'm probably going to go to the same type of guy, because when I do get approached by guys that are not like this type of guy, because we're not getting into details, and my aunt looked at me, you're already laughing at me, because you know how she probably said it. She looked at me like this. I'm going to look at you guys, Raw family, okay? She looked at me and she said, well, how did that work out for you? Shoot. Wow. Let me think about that for a second. I was always laughing at me, y'all. So I'm literally like, right away I was like, well, at first I wanted to be offended. And then I was like, she has a pretty darn good point.
Absolutely.
It didn't work for you, Mel.
Absolutely.
So maybe you should let go of that thought. You know, let go of that, this is the type of guy that I need or that I would want. So now I can say I don't have a type, but the things that I do look for are, God, I'm not playing about it this time. I don't need you to be the perfect, what people say is a godly man or so forth. As long as I know that he's in the forefront of your mind, as long as I know that you could guide me in a family in the future, because you're not just thinking about yourself, you're thinking about God first and over your family. Number one for me. Honesty. I require, Mom,
Of course.
I require integrity to the fullest.
Of course.
I would rather you tell me something that's going to gut me, but then let's discuss it, rather than you keep it from me, because then I will not be able to trust you.
Right.
Something else that I look for in my mate is a sense of humor.
Okay.
I am very I love to laugh. And as you can see, our family's humor is a little bit special. Some would say morbid sometimes. We laugh at things that you wouldn't consider funny, and things that are funny, okay? We do both. So, if you think we're about right, anyway, yeah, he has to have a sense of humor, and he has to have tough skin.
Okay.
Now I'm going to say why he has to have tough skin.
Okay.
I don't think it's the greatest thing, but I'm going to be honest. I know that I can be very blunt.
Right. That's true.
And I need someone who's able to accept the bluntness, but I realize that I also have to be respectful with it.
Great.
I've learned, Mom, I've learned. I have to be respectful with how I say it.
Perfect.
But I know that I am a very blunt person. I'm not blunt I'm going to tell you oh, go, not blunt like that, but I'm just going to tell you yeah, I didn't like that. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm very straight that way in a relationship. So, yeah, having tough skin. I'm not going to bully you, of course, but I know that I can be very straight, and I need someone who's able to, because not every man can deal with that. They can't handle that, right? This is going to sound kind of shallow.
Okay.
I want somebody that has some sort of rhythm.
Okay.
I love to dance, Mom, you know that.
Okay.
I love to dance. I just want someone that I could at least go out and dance with. I haven't danced in years. So I would love to be able to just go out and dance. I don't need you to be doing all the, latest dance moves, and don't ever do a TikTok move. But just to be able to flow with me, if I wanted to have a little two-step or have a little bit of fun, yeah. And that's just that's small. And I guess I'll just put one more out there, because there's a list.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Long list. Go ahead.
Do you think it's realistic?
Go ahead.
Okay, that gives me hope.
I think dancing though is something that, I mean, if you meet someone and they don't know how to dance and you care about them enough, you can teach them how to dance.
Well, yeah, I would.
You know, you can take the time to.
Yeah.
You know, you can. Yeah.
That's true.
That's a light one.
That is a light one.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
The last one I would put out for now, because I don't want to go into this whole long list, is somebody who doesn't think that they are a know-it-all and they're willing to learn from me like I'm willing to learn from them.
Great.
I don't want you to come in and be like, I'm man, and I'm the leader, and I'll make sure that the house is together and you stay. I will never be a woman that's be able to be a stay-at-home mom while you work. That's not the kind of woman I came from. I don't know how to do that. I don't even think you know how to do that.
Never done it.
So I guess I just put out another one. But yeah, those are kind of the things I look for in a mate. Just my biggest things right now are integrity. I want a man that also has control over his temper, because if I know it's something that I struggle with, we both can't be.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
And actually, even if I was able to have somebody that was my opposite, that when I get riled, he can be like, yeah, we don't do this. And just remain calm.
Right.
And not for me to feel stupid enough to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Let's have some respect. That would be ideal.
I also, just based on what you're saying, it's also very important that that man also knows when he needs to step in and put his foot down.
Oh, yeah.
And not be...
Oh, yeah. Don't let me run over you, because I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't say that. I don't say it like a proud thing.
No,
that was an awkward laugh, just to be clear.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of it. I just know that I tend to.
So you need that.
I need somebody who can be like,
strength.
yeah, okay, cool, but he knows when to be like, oh, okay, enough is enough.
With strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a cute one.
Okay, I can deal with that. I hope so anyway. Okay.
My version of cute, eh? You're like, I don't know.
Oh.
Is it cute? It's coming from Melo's mouth right now.
Yeah, me here.
Okay. For when I have children in the future,
Mm-hmm.
what would be your advice to me?
Oh. Okay. Well, the mommy experience is so unique to each mommy. You know, you're learning as you're going on this journey. You're learning on the way.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I can only share from my end what I could share that I would give you as an advice.
Yeah.
But your journey is going to be your journey.
It's going to be unique. It's going to be different.
I think for me, the first thing that you should know this by now, Melody, but I think the first thing for me, I always would like you to see you start off with the children by giving them a foundation of faith and God.
Okay.
That is extremely vital and important in a child's life. Okay, so I would like to see that you start off with the foundation of God.
Okay.
Get them to understand and start to learn about God and who God is to them, and so that they can start building their faith from a very early age.
Right.
Because in this world that you're dealing with, I'm telling you, if you don't have faith, you really have nothing, to be quite honest, as far as I'm concerned. Right? And so you want to give your children the best start that you possibly can. Of course, love and all that stuff is the required,
of course,
factors when you're raising children. But I'm just saying, the foundation of faith and believing in Christ Jesus is paramount. So that's what I would do.
It's a big job, but I think I can do it.
Yeah, I think you can.
I think I can do it.
I think you can do it. I don't think that should be.
I don't think mine would be. I don't think it would be as cookie cutter as most would think.
Right.
I feel like I'm going to be a very dynamic mom in that way.
Okay.
But I would still make sure that the foundation is there.
Got it.
Yeah.
However you do it, as long as they get the message, as long as the message is consistent, that's all that really matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I'd like to have godly grandchildren.
I know you want godly.
I'm not asking for perfect anything. There's a difference between being perfect and being godly.
Those are two different things. I'm godly. I'm not perfect.
Being a human being, you're not perfect.
No.
Godly is someone that knows and accepts Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior of their life, right? And you work toward that as you are taking this journey. So just so you know. I
think you also need to figure out what your purpose and walk is with God, because that's different for each person, and that's where the hard part comes in, of giving that foundation to your kids. because you can give them that foundation, but how they get on that route to figuring out what their purpose is or what God has called them to do, it could be different.
Yeah, it would be different, because what your calling is, what my calling is, and what their calling is going to be different, and that calling comes from God himself.
Right.
Right? But just giving them that foundation of starting to build their faith from very early, it's just like when kids are little, you teach them manners. Right?
Yes, my mom taught me.
You know, I mean, I'll tell you, you know, she this young lady, she's got a sharp tongue, but, you know, when she was little, you know, she really learned manners.
I did. She wasn't playing, and
I
neither
didn't
was
play
Grandma.
with any of my children. When
She
it
didn't
comes to
play.
this. You know, so the sharp tongue that she has now, well, you know, she's just
I'm having some fun. I'm just expressing.
doing her own thing. But that's cool. And you know what? Actually, you know, just to be quite honest and open, as we're gonna be open and raw.
Yes.
You know, you kind of got some of that from me as well.
I did. I was
I'm
waiting.
Listen, folks, I'm just gonna be honest right here. She got some of that from me. What I'm learning to do is, again, what she mentioned earlier on, is how to taper that so that you're not offending people.
Right.
You can still be honest and open, but you know, do it with love and with respect, right? And I think that's the difference. Just like we're talking about anger, right?
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So it's okay to be forthright and straightforward, but just make sure that you're doing it with love and with respect. Nothing is wrong with that.
Nothing.
Okay? And as a matter of fact, I prefer that, because at least people know where they stand with you.
Yeah.
Right? That's important for, I like that. I like when someone is forthright, because at least you know what you're dealing with, as opposed to someone else that's just smiling at you, but
you don't know
you
what's
don't know
going
what
on.
you're dealing with.
They're like looking at you like, yeah, everything's cool. And in the back of their mind, they're like, that's scary to me. Shoe fly.
Like, that's scary.
I'd rather have the person be at me and be like, listen.
Yeah.
I'd rather that, you know?
Yeah, or you know, or just straight out.
Or just straight out.
Mel, you know what?
This bothered me.
This bothered me, and I didn't really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And be done
and
with
go
it.
from there. Ooh,
And be done with
I didn't
it.
break it.
That's okay.
You guys, I almost touched my mom's plants. That's a no-no.
Got no Caribbean vibe going on in here.
You guys, as you guys see the whole Caribbean vibe, my mom is like, she's a nature girl. That's also where I get that a lot from too. Being by water.
Yeah.
From my mom.
Yeah.
Wanting to be in the forest and not hear anyone.
Living things.
My mom, listening to the birds and all the animals and making sure no one's hurting them.
Mommy. Mommy.
Okay, guys.
Mommy.
I kind of twin took her life. Not really.
Yeah. She kind of did, guys. She kind of did.
I took her face.
You know?
So
Yeah. You did that too.
I did. And some people, when they see me standing, they'll be like, Ingrid, I'm like, how dare you? I am my own person. It is Melo.
It's okay. It's not a bad thing.
I take it as a compliment sometimes. It depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm doing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Someone's like, oh, that's Ingrid. I'm like, excuse me. I do have flavor.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Hey. Okay, well, my last question for you, and actually it's going on along the path that we were just talking about.
Okay.
So how important is your faith to you? And I think you kind of just summed that up, but you know, if you'd like
I'll
to
go into
just
more
touch it
deep.
again.
Yeah, a little bit there.
How
My
important?
faith is extremely important to me. We touched on the fact of when it started for me. I can honestly say, without faith, I wouldn't be here right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, none of us.
None of
We're
us.
believers anyway.
Yeah. Without faith, I would not have graduated from university.
Okay. Yeah, she graduated.
I did. I made it.
Right.
Without faith, I wouldn't be able to forgive. Without faith, I feel like my heart would have given up on the idea of love. Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And without faith,
Remember, God is love. Eh?
He is. God is love. Yeah. Without faith, to put it all in a nutshell, faith is so important to me that I feel like without faith, I'd be a scared little girl.
Absolutely.
In a grown woman's body.
Absolutely.
And with faith, I feel like I'm a fearless warrior inside a woman's body instead. That's the best way I could explain it. That's how important my faith is to me. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me safe. It keeps me strong. And it also makes me compassionate and loving and focused. Faith keeps you focused. People don't realize that. I think it's just like some wispy thing in the air with all the fairies. Like, no, faith is a real thing. Faith is why and how I'm even still doing the show. So faith is very important to me. Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you touched on something, you know, when you asked me earlier on, you know, you're always saying, you know, my mom is so strong, and I wish, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I am strong, but I'm not as strong as my daughter may always think.
I think my mom's superwoman.
She thinks I'm superwoman. Hey, I need a cape. But what I'm saying is, you just touched on something. You said your faith gave you this strength, inner strength. Well, that's where my strength comes from.
That makes sense.
It's from my faith and my belief in God. It's an inner strength that is so supernatural that, you know, it's really hard for people to understand it.
It is.
It's hard for me to understand it.
I was just going to say, sometimes I don't comprehend what I'm able to do.
What I'm able to do under whatever circumstances or whatever.
Yeah.
But that faith, that inner strength that God gives us, it's an amazing thing. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
No.
Because that's what's going to get you through this world.
Yeah.
Just so you know that.
That's what's got me through so far.
That's what's going to get you through this world. So the foundation of faith is paramount to how you develop through the rest of your life here.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to get this deep, but it's good because this is what raw, like I told you guys, raw isn't just raw. Raw means being able to be vulnerable, being able to be honest, being able to have uncomfortable and comfortable conversations. And I guess we've added the fact that raw is being able to be raw and honest about your faith.
Of course.
And who you believe it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, do you have any other questions, Mom?
You know what? Let me throw one out.
Go
Let's
ahead.
throw one out of the hat. Since you're doing this to me.
This is a fake fish bowl.
You're throwing me into the.
I'm gonna try one too.
The pond to hook me.
Oh, really, Mom? You guys see that? You said she tried to dash the joke out? Oh, blooks. She said blooks. Wow, Mom. Okay, I'll put it up. It's there. You're learning.
I'm learning.
You're coming clutch. You're coming clutch.
I'm learning.
Okay.
I think. So where do you see yourself? Say 10 years from now. Have you ever thought about that yet, or are you just taking it step by step as you're going along right now?
You want the honest answer? The raw answer?
Well, it is raw talk with MELO'S, so I'm hoping we're going to get the...
Okay, I'm going to keep it raw. I don't have a 10-year plan.
Okay.
A 5-year plan, though, because we were just talking about 5.
Okay, that's okay.
My 5-year plan is that I plan to be completely living on my own.
Okay. Good plan.
I don't want to answer nothing and no one. If I want to walk around in my robe, I want to walk around in my robe. If I want to... anything. I just want my space. I also would like to... I would like to not be single.
Okay.
In 5 years. I would like to have found somebody that has my best interest in heart as well as theirs, and who is a grinder. You know what that is, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. And
not that old, no.
I just didn't know, Mom, if you knew what grinding was, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I would like to have a partner in life at this point in my life.
Okay.
A 5-year plan, remember. I would like to have a fully established business of my own.
Okay. All right.
Like it's set. Like 5-year plan is set, which I already, you know me, Mom.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not playing. And I would like to actually have my art show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I have a lot of
really
paintings
cool.
that I work on, and I want to present them as an actual like showcase one day, and that is within my 5-year plan.
Yeah, I can see that. Right?
Right?
I can actually see that.
Right?
You know,
Yes.
And you have to be able to envision that.
Oh, I see
Because
it.
when you have the vision, then you move towards.
I already know the layout of the room.
Nice.
I already see how guests would be entering. Like I already see the whole thing in my mind.
Nice.
You know how my brain works.
Yeah.
Like I see it and I do it. I see it and I do it.
Yeah.
And then financially, because I feel like it's something that people don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, I'd actually like to know what I'm doing with things such as stocks.
Okay.
By 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to be
Investment.
able. I would like to invest.
Okay.
I would like to know. I would like to be able to understand it so well that I could teach that to somebody else.
Oh,
So that way,
okay.
when my kids are ready, I can
pass
teach
that
them
on
about
to
it and pass it on.
That's something that does not happen too often,
Right.
especially in the black families. So that's a great way to start.
Right.
Melody.
Mom and dad kind of just keep it together, and that's all you know. But
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
when time comes,
Mhm.
right, you gotta
Mhm.
figure it out. So I kind of want to break that cycle a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's pretty good for 5 years so far. Just having my own space, my peace of mind, my financial goals, my relationship goals, and just happy, just living life.
Mm-hmm. You know, guys, my daughter, she's a great artist, and I'm not just saying that because she's my daughter, but I mean, I don't know if you've seen any of her work, but I've actually bought a few of her work, actually, not because she's my daughter, but because I actually liked them. They were so unique.
I told
And
her
they
not
were
to
so
buy it, and she
different.
refused.
Well, hey, I would have bought that. If I saw something that I liked, I would have bought it, so why would I not start with you, right? And I mean, these are pieces that I plan to have framed professionally and have up, so that, you know, when I walk past it, I can say, hey, my daughter did that. So I'm just going to encourage her to keep going, because I think you have great talent. I mean, I was amazed.
I remember you were like, who did that?
You painted
I was
that?
like, me. You're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you know, and your brother, he draws. And
My
he's-
brother
I mean, he
draws
sketches well.
Ma-
Yeah, I mean, there's some serious art talents in this family.
There's a lot of artists.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
yeah.
And it's not just art with it's art with hair,
Yeah.
art with
Yeah,
paint,
creativity. a lot
It's
of
like all over.
A lot of creativity flowing here.
music,
Yeah.
you name it,
Yeah.
we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how we do it. Hey, hey.
Sorry guys, we had a moment. That's my mom's jam, eh? This is how we do it. That's her jam. You want to see her? Look, what you guys know the Jamaicans, when you see the 2 fingers go up, you're starting to feel nice on the dance floor, right? And if she gets the little with her face, it's done. Everybody's done on the dance
It's
floor.
over. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think if I have one to throw out. I don't think I feel like I did pretty well,
I think you did good.
right?
Yeah, I think you did good.
All right, guys. Well, again, Mommy, thank you so much for coming and doing the Mommy Tag.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, give me a squeeze. Okay, guys. My mommy, now you know.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, Ingrid to the Melo, to the Melo, to the Ingrid. And, well, I guess I can't say that because I came from her.
Yeah,
So
that's
Ingrid
right.
to the Melo. My bad, I caught it. I caught it. I caught it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the secondary. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in and chopping it up with me and my mommy. We got to keep it a little bit raw. And I hope you guys got to know her and got to know a bit more about me through my mom. I'm sure you did. You guys don't make me cry by asking about this 5-year-old experience, because I'll keep crying. Okay? But if you are interested and you want to talk about it, I'm definitely open to it. And I guess I just always tell you guys 2 things, right? And that is spread love, but always keep. I put the peace sign up, Mom. I can't count. So that is spread love. My mom said okay. So, Mom, you didn't even hear me.
I heard you.
You did? And you just said okay.
I was like, okay.
You can't count? Okay.
It's okay.
It's Ush. I
It's
know
all
you're
good.
good. I
It's
know
all
you're
good. It's
literate.
all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Alright guys, I always tell you guys 2 things, and that is spread love, but always keep it raw. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!
Bye, everyone.